Musk, the man who brought us Tesla, SpaceX, and a ton of Twitter drama. But now he stepped into a new role that could spell trouble for the US economy and democracy. Here's the thing, Musk has always been a figure who stirs up both admiration and criticism. His boldness, vision, and willingness to shake things up make him one of the world's most influential people. But now, his influence is entering new, potentially dangerous territory. Earlier this year, Musk's social media posts about the US election and battleground states made waves. Now, these weren't just regular tweets. They were spreading false and misleading claims, and they reached a massive audience. In fact, 2 billion views on X, the platform Musk now owns, helped amplify these election-related falsehoods. The problem here is twofold. First, we have Musk's massive reach. With nearly 203 million followers on X, Musk can turn misinformation into mainstream narratives in the blink of an eye. Second, Musk's takeover of X has meant a drastic reduction in content moderation. This lack of oversight makes it easier for false claims to spread, and faster. But Musk's influence does not stop with misinformation. Recently, he's also taken on a new role in the Trump administration. He's been appointed to co-lead a new department called Government Efficiency. And Musk has big plans. His goal? To cut $2 trillion from the federal budget. Now let's break this down. A $2 trillion cut would be about 30% of the US government's annual budget. That's massive. Musk claims that cutting waste is key, but the reality is these cuts would likely hit essential services, social programs, environmental protection, and public services like education and healthcare. And here's the kicker. Musk is no stranger to cutting staff. When he took over Twitter, he laid off thousands of employees, slashing the workforce by 80%. This kind of efficiency might work in the private sector, but when it comes to the government, the consequences are a lot more complicated. Musk's new role, ironically called Dog, is all about slashing bureaucracy. But what happens when the man who's never been in government starts cutting programs that impact millions of Americans? If his past actions are any indication, it could lead to a disaster. Imagine slashing the budget for things like education, healthcare, or environmental protection, things that millions of Americans rely on. Vivek Ramaswamy, an entrepreneur and Trump ally, has floated ideas like shutting down entire departments, including the IRS, FBI, and Department of Education. It's an extreme vision, but it fits Musk's idea of efficiency. But here's the thing, these cuts could harm the very people who need help the most. From people relying on social programs to those fighting for environmental protections, Musk's vision for a government could leave them in the dust. And we cannot forget that Musk now has a direct line to the government. As co-head of this department, he could directly influence policy decisions that affect everything from your taxes to your health insurance. It's a lot of power for one person with no experience in public service. Ultimately, Musk's power in government could open up a Pandora's box. He's already shaken things up in the tech world, but the government is a whole different beast. And if his vision of a more efficient, stripped-back government comes to life, we might soon be dealing with an economy and society that's a lot less stable than we're used to. So what do you think? Will Musk's new role lead to positive changes in the government? Or is this just a disaster waiting to happen? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Bureau Report, India Today Global.